Hey there, my pixel-punching, combo-crushing champions. Today we're diving into the whirlwind world of X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Ever wondered what happens when mutant powers clash with martial arts mastery? Well, buckle up because we're about to uncover the mind-blowing origins and revolutionary gameplay that catapulted this arcade classic into a league of its own. Get ready to tag in because you won't believe the secrets behind the first ever tag team fighter to let you switch characters mid-battle. Now let's punch through the facts like Wolverine through a paper bag.
On me, okay? Trust me.
Empty your pockets into the tray, sir, or we'll have to. Your pockets, sir?
Lady, the problem isn't in my pants.
Back in the mid-1990s, Capcom and Marvel Comics decided to throw their respective powerhouses into the ring together, leading to the creation of X-Men vs. Street Fighter. This crossover wasn't just a casual handshake between companies. It was a groundbreaking endeavor spurred by the success of the previous Capcom titles featuring Marvel characters, like X-Men Children of the Atom and Marvel Superheroes. Recognizing the immense popularity of these games, especially in arcades, the developers at Capcom saw an opportunity to merge the fast-paced action of Street Fighter with the dynamic abilities of the X-Men. The project was helmed by the now legendary figure in the gaming world, Noritaka Funamizu, who was already known for his work on other Capcom hits. But this game presented a unique challenge, integrating two vastly different universes in a way that felt seamless and exciting. His approach? To build on the existing engine used in Marvel Superheroes, but innovate with a new mechanic that would change the fighting game arena forever: the tag team battle system. This system allowed players to switch between characters during the fight, a mechanic inspired by the tag matches seen in professional wrestling. Funamizu's vision was clear: create a game that wasn't just about fighting, but about the strategy of team dynamics. The development faced its share of hurdles, particularly in balancing the abilities of characters from two distinct universes. Characters like Ryu and Chun-Li were martial arts experts, grounded in a reality, albeit a stylized one, whereas the X-Men characters such as Cyclops and Wolverine brought superhuman powers to the table. Balancing these forces required careful tuning and countless hours of gameplay testing to ensure no character felt overpowered or underwhelming. Another challenge was the hardware limitations of the time. X-Men vs. Street Fighter was developed for the CPS2 arcade system, which, while powerful, struggled with the memory requirements needed to handle such dynamic character switching. The development team had to get creative, compressing data and optimizing code to make the game run smoothly without sacrificing the detailed, colorful graphics that Capcom was known for. The release of X-Men vs. Street Fighter in arcades was met with excitement and acclaim, proving that the risks taken in this development paid off. So, what's the story behind a clash as epic as X-Men vs. Street Fighter? Imagine this: parallel universes collide, pitting Earth's mightiest mutants against the world's fiercest fighters in a battle not just for victory, but for survival. While the narrative might seem straightforward, the game's plot serves as a perfect backdrop that lets these two universes interact in a meaningful and thrilling way. It's more than just fan service. It's about seeing what happens when worlds collide. The roster of characters is like a who's who of fan franchises. From the X-Men, you have the powerhouses like Wolverine, Cyclops, and Rogue, each bringing their unique abilities into the fray. Wolverine slashes through opponents with his adamantium claws. Cyclops blasts them with his optic beams. And Rogue, well, she can steal powers and turn the tide in an instant. On the Street Fighter side, you get iconic fighters like Ryu, Ken, and Chun-Li, each equipped with their trademark moves: Hadouken, Shoryuken, and the spinning bird kick. But here's where things get interesting. Each character wasn't just lifted from their respective universe. They were adapted to fit the gameplay. Capcom ensured that the mutant abilities and martial arts techniques were balanced, making each fight not just a spectacle, but a test of skill and strategy. The character design, done meticulously, allowed fans to explore matchups they'd only dreamed of. Ever thought who would win a fight between Magneto and M. Bison? Well, in this game, you can find out.
There are rumors that you are simply a clone of Ryu. Any comment?
Please. I mean, sure, we're the exact same size and do the same moves, but his gi doesn't have sleeves. And my gi? Sleeveless. Come on. Do your job.
The game's story ties these encounters together through a series of battles that lead up to a showdown against Apocalypse, the mega villain from the X-Men universe, who's bent on conquering both worlds. This ultimate battle tests not just the player's fighting skills, but their ability to strategize across different character abilities and partnerships. Now diving into the gameplay of the X-Men vs. Street Fighter, we hit a sweet spot where arcade thrills meet strategic depth. The game revolutionized the fighting genre with its tag team system. Yes, the very mechanic that let you swap heroes mid-combo like a magician pulling rabbits out of a hat. This wasn't just about adding more characters to the screen. It was about creating a dynamic flow where players could recover health while benched, strategize combos, and unleash devastating dual-character super moves. It's like juggling with fireballs and optic blasts. And while you're busy picturing Cyclops and Ryu tag teaming like a Sunday morning cartoon duo, don't forget, hit that like button if you enjoy seeing your favorite characters pull off impossible moves, and subscribe for more mutant martial mashups that keep your gaming nights lit. Back to the mechanics.
You just made your first and last mistake, car. Ken, power punch, go! Ow! I'm drunk and just broke my arm fighting this car.
The game features a roster of fighters, each with a unique set of moves that reflect their abilities from their original universes. Capcom's developers undertook a mammoth task of balancing this diverse set of powers to ensure fair play. As mentioned earlier, for instance, Wolverine's Berserker Barrage could seamlessly be linked with Ryu's Hurricane Kick, illustrating the game's deep integration of characters' abilities across different worlds. The control system itself was designed to be intuitive but deep, using a 6-button layout, 3 for punches, 3 for kicks, typical of Capcom's fighters, allowed newcomers to jump right in with basic attacks, while seasoned players could delve into the complex combos and special moves that required timing and strategic foresight. So when X-Men vs. Street Fighter hit the arcades in 1996, it wasn't just another game. It was a cultural phenomenon that smashed expectations and sales records. Gamers lined up, quarters in hand, eager to see their favorite X-Men and Street Fighter character duke it out in a way no one had seen before. The game's ability to draw crowds and keep them engaged not only boosted arcade revenues, but also solidified its status as a must-have title in any arcade worth its salt. From an economic standpoint, the game was a blockbuster. It consistently topped arcade revenue charts, outperforming many of its contemporaries. This success wasn't just due to novelty. It was a testament to the game's engaging gameplay and loyalty of fans from both franchises. Capcom, riding on this wave, knew they had struck gold, prompting them to release ports to the Sega Saturn and later the PlayStation, which, despite facing technical limitations like reduced frame rates and character sprites, still managed to capture the essence of the arcade experience. X-Men vs. Street Fighter set a precedence for future crossover games. It proved that combining different universes in a fighting game could work spectacularly well, leading to a slew of sequels and imitations. Titles like Marvel vs. Capcom and Capcom vs. SNK and others owe their existence to the trail blazed by this game. It also influenced the broader gaming industry by showing the potential of collaborative projects, paving the way for various types of crossovers content across different media. Moreover, X-Men vs. Street Fighter impacted the competitive fighting game scene, becoming a staple at tournaments. It challenged the players to master not just the individual character mechanics, but also the intricate dance of switching characters and managing team dynamics under pressure. This added a new layer of strategy to competitions, making them more exciting to watch and participate in. But in the realm of secrets and surprises, X-Men vs. Street Fighter delivers a thrilling twist with the inclusion of Akuma, the infamous Dark Master from the Street Fighter series. Unlike the usual roster choices, Akuma isn't just freely selectable from the character menu. Instead, players can unlock this powerhouse by highlighting specific characters on the screen and then entering a special button sequence. Once unlocked, Akuma brings his full arsenal of devastating moves to the battle, offering players a unique and powerful option to shake up their gameplay. This hidden character feature not only added an extra layer of challenge and excitement to the game, but also rewarded dedicated players with a secret worth discovering. And just like that, before you could say hyper combo finish, we've reached the end of our pixel pack journey through X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, in the world of video games, the next fight is just a quarter away. Catch you in the next one, if you've got the quarters to spare. If you enjoyed unlocking the history behind X-Men vs. Street Fighter, click this video here to see more from the Retro Reload. And as always, thank you for watching.